You finished your design, hit save, and now it's time to send it out into the world. But which PDF settings? What about bleed? What's MIC again? Don't worry. Exporting doesn't have to feel like diffusing a bomb. Let's hit that export button with confidence. Before exporting anything, always run a pre-flight check. Go to Window, Layout, and Pre-flight, click on it. This little panel scans your document for problems. Missing fonts, low resolution images, overflowing text frames, unlinked resources, you name it. On tutorial purposes, I made this small flyer design here. And like you can see, there's something hidden behind the box. And on the pre-flight, you see overflowing text frames. And look what happens when I make this box bigger. Everything is in, and you see the warning is gone. Same thing with the picture. You see DPI is too low. Select your picture, replace it. I have done 300 DPI picture, open, and it's gone. Pre-flight helps you with your spell checking too. You see there's 3 mistakes. One is here, correct it, and it's gone. What happens when you don't fix them? Let's take some steps back. We have those warnings, this major warning again, red one, and when you try to export, it says warning, and you can open pre-flight here. And let's fix that. Now when you want to print it in home, it's quite easy. Just file, print. I don't have printer, but you have to choose your printer here. And here's all the basic printing stuff you need. But usually you're gonna send your book or flyer design to print house. Now let's look at the export settings. Go to File, Export, Export. And now you might ask, how did the export open? Because we are still having some issues here. Those yellow triangles are not so big mistakes, and those are spelling mistakes for according to Affinity, but you may ignore them, but it's good to know if you have those spelling mistakes, so you can correct them. But for now, we leave them like they are. Here you see different PDF options. PDF for print is for your home printer. Then there's a digital small size and high quality. Those are for screens. And here is the good stuff. PDF X1A 2003 is the safest for commercial printing, and it flattens transparency. PDF X4 is the newer version, and it keeps transparency and layers intact. If you're sending your work to print shop, ask them which one they prefer. If they don't know, use PDF X1A 2003. It's like a cockroach of format. It survives everything. Now let's look at the right side of this panel. Here you can include bleed ticket if your document needs the bleed. You can add printer marks if your print house wants them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So it's probably good to ask from them. I know that where I live, they usually don't want it, so usually it's off for me. And for screens, you can include hyperlinks and bookmarks, but those are only for PDFs that are looked on the screens. Up here, you can see rasterize. Keep this one in unsupported features unless you want flatten files. Then raster DPI, that is your files DPI. It's 300 DPI for printers and 144 for screens. And now down here, here is see subset fonts. tick this, so fonts are embedded and nobody's computer replaces them with Arial. You can also choose color space here. You see color space as document. If you have started correctly, you can leave it as document, but if you want to be 100% sure, you can change it here, SMIC or RGB. We are doing print file, so SMIC for us. So for tutorial purposes, let's make one print file. So what I usually do is preview export when completed. I tick it on. I leave rasterize as is, raster DPI 300 for printing. Quality, let's put it 100. No. Compatibility, I choose PDFX 1A 2003. SMIC. ICC profile, you should ask from your print house. I know for me, it's usually like 99% of the time I send print files, it's coded Forga 39. But you should ask for your print house what they want. What else? Then, of course, include bleed and subset fonts and export and save. And now let's do one example for screen. It's file, export. Let's choose PDF digital small because I don't know, maybe we want to send it with the email. And I usually leave everything as is. I'm not changing anything here. And export. Affinity also exports to more than just PDFs. So let's see what we have here. File, export, and we have a bunch of different file formats: JPEGs, PNG, SVG, HDR, EPUB, so just name it. Each one has its quirks, but 90% of the time you will live in the PDF kingdom. Next up, we'll customize layout even further. Preferences, shortcuts, and hidden features that make you work twice as fast. So hit the subscribe so you don't miss it. And remember, exporting should feel like finishing a project, not launching a rocket.